haven't already, please take a second to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Also, feel free to share the video.
ICMTU stands for I Can't Make This Up, is a live comedy show hosted by AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. ICMTU brings people together from different backgrounds by sharing true stories that have happened in their lives. Today's shout out goes to you, the viewer, the one that is watching, taking time out of their day to tune in to an episode of I Can't Make This Up. This is a live show that takes place by the host, AJ Dunk. So we appreciate you greatly for taking time to watch this episode. Much love. Make sure you share the love, please. Thank you for coming out and being here. And without further ado, let's get it. And please put your heads together and welcome your host for this evening, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We had to play that intro 3 times just so you know that we are here. We live, baby. We want to let you know. All right? Woo, that's right. AJDunk.com, baby. You can go there. There's people that are watching it there right now. Appreciate you. Talking to those that are on YouTube, those that are on AJDunk.com, those that are on Instagram, those that are on Twitch, those that are watching over a friend's shoulder. I appreciate you. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give everybody some time to get situated. Nobody likes to come into work and start working as soon as they walk into the building. You need a little bit of time to sit down, get settled, and see what the temperature is, the energy. Judge that energy to see what kind of day it is you're going to have. So right now, I'm going to give you time to go get your sips, get your smokes, and take your shits. All right? So while I get ready, I want you to get ready, and we're going to do that. Let's get it. And while we doing this, let me know in the chat what you sipping on, and what you smoking on, and who you shitting on. Not if you shitting. If you shitting on somebody. Hey, hey. Let me know in the chat. Ooh. We here. what's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right. Martinelli's. All right, you got that expensive apple juice. That's the best kind, too, baby. Oh, only other person I know that drinks that is my wife and Tommy from Martin. Get it, get it, get it. Ooh, Palo Santo. Okay, Palo Santo. And you shitting on inflation. Yes, yes. All right, everybody else that is still sipping, come on over. Bring your glass with you. If you're smoking, take that last inhale, blow it out, and come on in. Unless you're outside, then keep doing what you do. And if you're shitting on somebody, it's enough. All right, bag back. They had enough. Let them have it. Let them have it. But if you're taking a shit, then sit your ass down. Don't rush that. All right. Thank you to everybody that's here right now. You could be anywhere in the world and still here with us. That's the best thing about that. Woo! Do not push. Do not push. Don't do it. Do not push. Thank you, Draculo, that ass. All right, everybody. I hope we're back over here. Yeah, I feel like money. Keep feeling like money. That's what I'm talking about. Get it, get it. Okay, everybody. Now that we are here and we are situated, it's time that we get things going. There's only one way that we can really do that, and that's with the sounds from the one and only band, Salt Pepper Ketchup, featuring my guy, Jesus from the Bodega on the vocals.
You know I can't make this up. Neither can I guess. That's why we have fun here. You know we can't make this up. Neither can I guess. That's why we have fun here. Yeah. I can't make this up, baby. Ya tú sabes, coño. Ahí lo fuimos.
Welcome to another episode of I Can't Make This Up. I am your host, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com. And from there, you got my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. It's all located at ajdunk.com. So if you're already there, I appreciate it. Thank you. Much blessings. But if you're not, once we're done here, you can make your way over to ajdunk.com and you can enjoy everything that is there. I've got old episodes of I Can't Make This Up. I've got Super Today. I've got sketches. I've got stand-up. I've got everything that you're looking for over at ajdunk.com. And when you go there, please make sure that you subscribe. Hey, we are here. We are here. We are here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We made another week. That's right, baby. Listen, times is hard. Like you said, inflation, baby. So sometimes you got to do the show in front of a brick wall. That's what it's come to. But we still, they trying to hold us down. Nah, we still got this. Okay. Now, we've got a special guest here today. Now, I consider all my guests to be special if they're taking the time out of their day to be on an episode of I Can't Make This Up. Now, this guest has been here before. We've done an episode years ago, live in person. And I've got this guest back now. So I need you to start putting your hands together. I want you to clap. Listen, I want your neighbors to wonder what's going on. I want your friends to wonder what's going on. I want the people across the street in a different area code, in a different continent to know what is going on. So will you please put your hands together for the one, the only Jonathan Lee-Rey?
What's going on, everyone? Yes, I hear all your applause. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm feeling the love from every single streaming service that could that AJ Doug could put. Yep. So yeah, happy to be here. Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna see what kind of day we're gonna have together, my
I mean,
friend.
listen, this has been a very interesting show already. Very intimate to just watch your host get dressed in front of you. You know what I'm saying? It's not every day. It's like Mr. Rogers put on his little cardigan. You just get dressed in front of us. I think really establishing a very intimate vibe with your audience. So
There's no tricks here, baby. It's just letting you know it's all real. It's
he
live.
put a shirt and tie on like the rest of us. Just like he a person too.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Now let's see if this holds up.
You being a person? I hope so.
This guy. All right. Thank you, everybody. Welcome my guest. Now, if you would you please tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Great. So I'm from New York originally. BX, what's up? Also, we got the YO in the building. You already know. But Yonkers. Yes, I know you say the face. Yeah, I got it.
It's BX and Yonkers. Didn't know.
Yeah,
that
look,
you.
Broncos, baby. Yeah, that's
Oh.
what it's all about.
Okay.
Broncos,
Right. Okay.
Broncos, going bonkers and Broncos. Yes, sir. Yes. A little about me. So that's where I'm from. That's where I met this wonderful man here. And then sounds like Riverdale. All right, well, you ain't know. Clearly, you tell that to Jadakiss, all right? You tell that to Mary J. Blige, okay? Yeah, you let them know. Thank you. BX all day. Yes, sir. I moved to Chicago in 2017 to enroll in the Harold Ramis Film School at Second City. So I learned how to do some filmmaking, comedic filmmaking, and I've been here since. Naturally, New York will always be home for me, and everyone in Chicago knows that. I hold it down, holding down the East Coast here in Chicago. But since then, I am currently the artistic director of Stir Friday Night, which is Chicago's longest running Asian American comedy team. We are a nonprofit as well. And I also am the community outreach manager for Stepping Stone Theater, which is a brand new BIPOC LGBTQIA theater that has arisen out of the pandemic and helping that come off the ground as well. I got many jobs. I'm living that acting life, you know what I'm saying? So I'm also a teaching artist. So I go to with a company called Playmakers Laboratory. So we go to Chicago public schools and teach creative writing to the kids. And at the end of our residency, we read all the kids' stories and we adapt them and perform them for the kids. So, I stay busy and then, audition for stuff and act and, do all the things. Yes, sir. Keeping busy. Got that New York hustle, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Are you finished?
I could keep going, but that's the abbreviated list. I keep going. I could talk, all right.
So we can see.
That's what I'm here for, right? Talking.
All right, yeah, appreciate that. No, that is good to know, though. All those different things that you are doing to let people know that are watching that are not artists. It takes a lot. There's a lot of things going on in the background that people don't know about that we are doing at the same time. Like you gotta be able to
wear many hats.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Now, I usually like to check in with people to see where they're repping. Now, I usually get people that are across the water. I got people that from upstairs. I got people across the street. I got people all over. Now, you're saying a couple different places. Now, tonight and every day, I'm repping Jersey.
Yeah, we know. And that's a hard thing to rep because no one wants to be part of Jersey, but unless you were born there, that's also, the armpit of America. You know what I'm saying?
And this is why I asked at the beginning, we're going to see how this going to go. Because I knew it wasn't going to be much time where this guy was going to start shooting arrows. Okay, all right. And guess
I
what?
mean, am I shooting arrows or am I just holding up a mirror to show exactly what New Jersey is? Okay.
Ooh, okay. So that's all.
But I will say, this is what I will say. I'll give New Jersey this credit, all right? New Jersey has character. It has personality. Here in the Midwest, you got like, 5 states that are all exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? They're the drive-by states. They're the flyover states. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to see there, But Jersey got personality and it got a stench. You know what I'm saying? So, Jersey got stuff going for it, is what I'm saying.
Is that what you're telling all your New York friends that are moving over here now too, as well?
Yeah, that's the rent, bro. That's a rent thing. You know what I'm saying? And all those New York friends, who are these New York friends? I feel like all of them are moving to California. Okay, I don't know anyone who's like, I guess we're gonna move to Jersey. We do have the Dells. You are right. We do have the Dells. I've never been. It's on my list. It has the largest indoor water park in America.
So slow down there, Bronkers. You can't even claim a real place. Let's see.
I am claiming the place. They're right next to each other. I'm claiming both.
Where are you repping today?
Today. I'm repping New York. Right now. New York all day. That's what I rep. That's what I rep.
He's gonna pick all of New York, people. You see
I'm not picking up all. I picked New York City with a dash of Yonkers. Okay, that's what I rep. All right. Okay. Exactly.
They got that in Jersey too.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that they're building that big mall, that big ass mall.
They're not building it, my man. It's built. They got.
It's made already. You can go inside.
You can do snowboarding in there. You can go to a water
park. Snowboarding.
You can go ice skating. Yeah.
Wow.
Makes Mall of America looks like the Mall of New York. So, anyways, moving on.
Yeah, please move
Bronkers. Okay. So, are you ready for me to tell everybody why you are here today?
Yeah, of course.
See, I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's what it's called, American Dreams. That's the name of the mall. Got you.
American Dream Mall.
That's a bad name for a mall. I will say that. I feel like it's depressing. When you think of malls, that's usually like a pretty nowadays malls are a pretty depressing place. I feel like, like it's just like a time that people have forgotten. Like back in the day, you see all the movies of people like hanging out in the malls and stuff like that. It's not the same thing. Go to Bay Plaza. I mean, they fix it up, but that shit be depressing.
So, sir, did I just tell you all of the activities that are available in that mall?
Yeah, it's a different type of mall, all right? That's a different type of mall. But
that's why it's American Dream. You dream about this, and then you go there and you see your dream.
I've always wanted to go to the mall to snowboard. That's been my dream. And if I'm too tired to get on the water park slide and slide down.
That's right. You go there in the summertime, baby. Don't hate. Appreciate. All right. So I'm going to explain to everybody what is about to happen. I don't care if you're here for the first time. I don't care if you're here for the 100th time. I don't care if you're here every single time. This is what is about to go down. So your host of I Can't Make This Up, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps, invites guests to share true stories that have happened in their life. So my special guest today, Jonathan Lee-Rey, is going to share a true story. Now, while he shares this story, I want you to comment. Type, send, type, send. Type, send. And I will be reading your comments. I will be listening to his story, and I will also be making my own comments. I'll be writing down my questions. I'm going to make sure, because I'm like, wait, okay, because I'm going to ask questions once he's done. Yep. I got you. Yes, you can ask questions too. So while you're sitting there and you type in them comments, send. If it's a question, put a question mark after your comment. So if you want to say, hey, what are those pictures on your wall? And why do you have 18 vents in the corner? If it has to do with the story, then put it in the comments and put a question mark after it. All right. It could be potentially asked if it has to deal with the story. So again, comment. I'm going to be reading the comments. I'm going to be listening to our guests, and I'm also going to be writing down my own comments and questions to ask once he is finished. Everybody got that? Hope so. Now, there's one other thing I have to ask you before we get started.
Oh, we zooming in.
Oh yeah, because it's serious. Yeah, you're looking down at your camera, sir. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I don't know if you're standing or sitting or whatever it may
No,
be.
I'm sitting. I'm sitting.
It's all
I'm
right.
looking at the camera.
Okay.
All right. My camera placement is weird. We talk about it later. It's on the keyboard instead of on the top of the monitor. So my keyboard, but I can hide the camera easier because it has like a built-in spot in the keys. So it's like now it's gone. Now it's back. Look at that. I don't even have one of those like little FBI covers because it's built in. It's like, all right.
I just know that this story better hold
Oh,
up.
this story, I'm giving. Oh, this is gold. Honestly, I'm giving you a lot to work with. So you'll see. Honestly, I want to hear what you had to say before we.
You sound like you talk a lot of shit. All right, so we're gonna see.
Oh, you gonna hear about a lot of shit.
It sounds.
It is a PC.
It sounds, looks, and is like PC.
It is a PC.
Oh.
Ain't no Mac. No Mac here. PC gang all day.
Now listen, sir. I have one serious thing to ask you. Is that you in that painting in the back?
This over here, the stained glass one. Yeah. So that one is no, that is Mike Birbiglia. That was actually a show when I saw in New York when I saw it at where is it? The Lynn Redgrave Theater. That's like downtown, kind of where UCB subculture used to be, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, it's right around there. That's so
a simple
show
yes,
there.
simple yes or no would have sufficed.
Nah. You got to hear the story. So that's what that is.
Yeah, we've got to get to that story, and in order for us to get to that story, I need to know: do you pinky promise that this story is true?
Oh, yes, this story is 100% true.
Pinky promise.
That's a pinky promise. Pinky
All
promise.
right. If you would, Jonathan Lee-Rey, please share this story that you cannot make up.
Okay. I mean, let me tell you. All right. I'll say this as the I haven't timed this. So if it's too long, you let me know. But
don't worry, I got you.
Oh yeah. Okay. So also remember, what the story I'm about to tell happened a very, very long time ago. So long ago, we're talking about mid to late 90s. Probably more late 90s, early aughts. Okay. So I was a wee little lad.
So the details might be a little.
It might be a little hazy, but I think will also explain my actions at the time.
Okay.
So, as a kid, I think like I was weird about different types of like sensations. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like I needed my socks on with like not with the crease. You know what I'm saying? So that way, or I'd feel uncomfortable, stuff like that. Like if I had taken a shower or washed my hands, I couldn't touch like paper because it felt weird. Like that sensation felt weird, or like sitting on cardboard, like that feeling feels like, I don't know, like nails on a chalkboard or something like that. Like if nails on the chalkboard was not auditory but more tactile. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I think because of that, you know, I used to feel you know, weird about some of that, you know. But yeah, so that was one thing. So textures, all these other things, okay? And one thing that I used to do as a little kid, okay? I guess I'm gonna jump into it. I thought I had more of a a little bit of a segue, but one thing I used to do as a little kid, all right, is I was very interested in like being an inventor, right? Like that's what I wanted to be before I learned how to be an actor, you know, be an inventor, learn how to create stuff and stuff like that, you know? And one thing that I tried to look for inventions in, okay, was my poop. Yes, it was my poop. Yes. So there was a brief moment in time, okay, where we had a big poop touching phase, okay, and I would take my poop and I would put it into the sink, okay, and I like break it apart in the sink, right, with the thought that I was trying to find like the cure for cancer in my poop, right? So I'd be like looking and pull it apart, right? Yeah, so I used to do that. Okay. And and so what I used to do, the technique was, I would poop, but so I wouldn't put my hand into the toilet water. Okay. I wouldn't put that's too much. So I would hover my hand underneath or like beneath the bowl, like between the bowl. Yeah, there's a technique. There's a technique. You gotta make sure you're not getting your hands in the water. You know what I'm saying? That is nasty. This is my poop. This is from my body. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So I would catch it in my hand, right? And then I put it in the sink. I transfer it to the sink. Okay. And then naturally, I could see, because this is not being other people's poop, that this might be nasty, right? So like, but I thought that shit was funny there, because sometimes what I would do is I would go, I'll poop in my hand, and then like, because okay, in my house there were no like locked doors, you know what I'm saying? So like people would just walk in all the time, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes my brother walk in and then like I chase him around with his poop or some shit. Oh, I remember the segue that I had before this, but we already in poop, so it really don't matter no more. We already jumped right in. So one time my brother saw me doing this, and he was like, "Mom, y'all just playing with poop in the sink or whatever," right? Yeah, thank you. Yes, we are in deep shit. So basically, what ends up happening, right? So my mom comes up. Now, for people who don't know me and stuff like that, my mother is a physician. Okay, so my mom is a doctor. She's seen a lot of things. You know what I'm saying, in her life, being a physician. So my mom walks up to the bathroom, right, and sees all this shit in there. And mind you, this is like hard shit. You know, like there's different types of shits. You know what I'm saying? So this is the shit that you could kind of break apart. It's not the shit that's like, soft. It's not soft shit. It's hard shit. So anyway, so I'm like mushing in the sink or whatever, and my mom looks at me and she starts going, started to dry heave it, and I probably needed water to mix up. I mean, I don't know. I was looking for a cure for cancer. I don't know what.
For your
I don't know.
digestive system, that's what they're talking about.
Oh, for the poop. Oh yeah, probably. Oh yeah, I mean that's a sidebar, but like, yo, I mean, even this is a little bit to this day. But I used to no, as a little kid, I used to push very hard. Like I would be in the corner, pushing, and my face would get all red, and I didn't want anyone to look at me, because I was pushing so hard, and my parents felt so bad for me that they would like try to give me like suppositories, but I don't like that shit, so they had to run. I would like run around the house, and they would like chase me and hold me down to give me a suppository so I could poop easier, but it didn't really help. Yeah, but anyway, so okay, so so my mom goes that she goes downstairs, right, and she comes back, and she's like, "Jonathan, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. I went downstairs to throw up." You know what I'm saying? And of course, that's why I'm like all embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? I hear me, like, I don't know how old I was, maybe like, 6th, 7th grade. No, not 6th, 7th grade. First, 6, 7 years old. 6, 7 years old.
11,
6, 7 years
12.
old. 6, 7 years old. 6, 7 years old. And and I'm feeling bad because I'm trying to I'm trying to find a cure for cancer. I'm trying to help humanity here, and my mom, telling me that she's throwing up and shit. So yeah, I was embarrassed. But also, okay, how much time I got left? Because I can add more to this story, but how much time I got left?
You got 3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right, so
you got 2 minutes. I give you 2. The number
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh, number 2. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. So then, saw some like Yonkers shit. I mean, because I was in Yonkers and the shit literally is in Yonkers. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say necessarily that's a Yonkers thing. I think this is from the mind of Jonathan Lee-Rey. Yeah. So the other big thing is, speaking of sensations and shit like that, I hated the way toilet paper fell on my ass. You know what I'm saying? And I think now, as I've grown, I realize my parents were really skipping out on like good toilet paper. It was always like the Scott brand toilet paper. We're gonna do a not shout out, a reverse shout out on Scott toilet paper. That's the worst toilet paper known to man. All right, booty toilet paper. I understand it's cheap, and it's cheap because it do nothing for your butt. So basically, this is before we had flushable wipes, or I knew that was a thing. You know what I'm saying? So what I used to do is, after we use the toilet paper or whatever, I would then use soap and water and clean my ass, the shit in my ass with my hand. Okay. So yeah, so I'll do that, and then I'll like dry off or whatever. And there was one time, like I was working in my dad's store. I wasn't working, but I was there. My dad, I was working in my dad's store, right? And my dad's store is on it used to be on Gun Hill Road, right there in the Boogie Down Bronx, right? And I had taken a poop, and I was like in the bathroom, like cleaning my ass or whatever. And once again, like I didn't lock the door because I didn't think anything, and like like the little kids, like how little kids, when they use the bathroom, they just put their pants all the way down to their legs. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like you your pants all the way down to your legs, and you like walk around with your pants all the way down to your legs. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not like, oh, like the little kid thing. Yeah. Okay. And so I was cleaning my ass, and like one of the employees, he's like a young dude, maybe like in high school at the time, something like that. And he opened the door to like get like a broom or some shit, I don't know, to clean. And he sees me, fucking wipe my ass with my hand. He's just like in horror, like frozen, right? And I'm shocked too, because I don't know what to do. Like I'm embarrassed, So all I could think of in my mind was turning around. So now I turn around, and now I show my wiener, because I'm butt ass naked. And I'm just like, why are you looking? Why are you looking at me? And he closed the door, and I was super embarrassed. I was crying and shit like that. And not too long after that, he joined the Navy. So I don't know if that was the reason why he joined the Navy, but he did join the Navy after that. And yeah, that's my story. I have grown, and I no longer wipe my hand with my ass or look for the cure for cancer in my shit. But I will say, for the record, if they do find the cure for cancer in shit, I was one of the first people to look for that. Okay, so,
sir. Yes, special breed for sure. Oh my gosh. Oh, we gonna get to that question. We're gonna build up to that question. We're gonna let it bubble a little bit, and then we're gonna get to it. Okay, so he answered this. He was 11 or 12.
That's not what I said. All right, I said 6 or 7.
6th and 7th grade. That's 11.
No, all right. I misspoke. All right, I misspoke. 6 or 7 years old.
All right.
Okay.
And he told us about his whole technique.
Yeah, you gotta have a technique. You gotta have a process the way you do stuff.
Now, you started off by saying that you had a thing with texture. You didn't like onesies to touch your legs. You weren't a fan of long johns. You didn't like Scullies because they would make your forehead scrunch together, and then you didn't like the way that felt, or you didn't like to wear scarves because it made your neck warm.
I mean, I didn't say all that, but like the texture, yes, generally texture, yes. There was like certain sensations I just did not like feeling, yes.
And you liked the feeling of shit falling into your hand.
It wasn't so much that it wasn't like, ooh, shit in my hand. It was more like, ooh, like what's in here? Maybe this could be the cure for cancer. Like, ooh, like there's a corn in here. Like what else stuck in here? You know what I'm saying?
Cancer. It's not the cure of cancer. It's the cause of cancer. That's what you need to put in your mind.
So far, pretty healthy, gotta say. So if we were doing that, my immune system's pretty strong. So I don't know.
and also, I would rather be the armpit. You call Jersey the armpit. I'd rather be the armpit than the asshole of the Bronx that you're explaining, sir. So don't
listen.
Don't do none of that shit.
Listen. Sometimes, we have to explore places that we're afraid to explore. Okay. And sometimes, when you're 6 and 7 years old, society hasn't told you that that's gross yet.
Your mother was a physician.
Yeah, that's why she told me she had to go throw up, and that's why I stopped doing it. You know what I'm
You didn't
saying?
stop doing it. You went to your dad's job.
No, I
and
stopped
got caught.
playing. No, I stopped playing with the poop in the sink.
Oh, you played
But
with it in your butthole.
No. What? No. I
You was
stopped playing with
wiping.
poop in the sink.
You was digging in your. You was washing like
I was
this.
cleaning. Okay. I didn't know about bidets. I didn't know about flushable. The poop cleaning has been revolutionized since the late 90s. Why do you have toilet paper right next to you, bro? Why were you able to grab that? Are you filming this from the toilet?
Listen, man, if you stay ready, you ain't got to be ready. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
I got
my
everything.
bad.
I'm ready,
you're
baby.
right.
Come on now. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm
Yo,
ready.
I got my Puerto Rican flag up here, but you ain't ready
Come
for
on,
that.
baby. I'm ready.
Okay.
You measuring what you
Why
doing?
you got it?
I'm here. I even got. Come on, my man. I even got black Legos. Come on.
Okay.
me.
Okay.
So,
All right.
this is facts. Because you said every time it came out, it was rock hard.
It was hard. It was a hard poop. It was a hard poop. I don't remember my diet when I was 6 and 7 years old, but like probably I don't remember drinking water. I feel like that's something I probably could drink more of now. I don't know. The event of this shit is Play-Doh. Listen, maybe if I thought of Play-Doh first, maybe I'd be making billions of dollars at this point, you know. But
you'd be the one to create something to have the Play-Doh come out the ass.
I mean, listen, some of those inventions, they do look like that.
This shit right here.
People, listen, there are more people that do this than you think. You know, I'm just one of the brave souls to admit that I've grown since I've been a child. Okay, but if you go around, there are people that do this. There are people that still do this. Okay, so that's all I'll say about that. Okay,
listen now. If you did this from when you were 6 to 7 to 11 to 12 to 45, 46, whatever you are now, that's on you. I will no longer shake your hand, not because of COVID, just because I don't believe that you washed it thoroughly. Okay, sir? So never that.
Well, unfortunately, you definitely shake my hand plenty of times before, and you had no idea. Also, also be fair, I'm a lefty and not a righty. So, I shake with my right, not my left.
Great question. Great question.
I think I did explain to my mom, and I think over time, it's something that she did laugh at. In a moment, there was really not a lot of explaining. It was more like, now she got to clean up all this fucking shit in her sink. You know what I'm saying? It's not a fun time, for anyone involved. But I think like, I think I've told this story to my mom like later in life, and I think she's able to laugh about it now. But that did, have a very special relationship with poop. Yeah.
And you say this just now. Oh, but I was
gonna embrace all sides of who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I grow. It's not like I'm out here, pooping into my hand or wiping my hand with my ass. You know what I'm saying? Once again, technology has advanced where we no longer need to do that. I was just taking it back to like Jurassic Park days where we didn't have no bootleg ass Scott toilet paper. If we had Charmin in my household, maybe I would have never had this happened to me, because the poop wiping experience would have been better. But instead we had Scott, which is just a grade above sandpaper when you're wiping your ass. Okay, and if not, I say go buy Scott toilet paper right now and put it to your ass. You can't afford $2 more. Listen, okay, I don't want to be
that has nothing to do with you catching
income restrictive.
It's nothing to do with you catching it. You still have to wash your ass.
Why would I want it? Listen, why would I want it in the toilet bowl water? That's mixed with other people's poop and urine and shit. This is only mine. Okay, so
so in your house nobody flushes. I got you.
No, everybody flushes. Don't be going for my family like that. I'm just saying that like the history of poop and urine and other stuff. But in the moment, I don't even. Why have a middleman when I could just take care of it direct to buyer, direct to consumer, poop in my hand.
True story from your host. There was one time where I went to the doctor's and it was something going on with my stomach. And other people probably had to do this where they give you a container that looks like a to-go dish, the little black one with the hard plastic on the top that you can seal. And they told me I had to take it home and I needed to bring back a poop sample. Now, what I did was when I had to go to the bathroom, I sat the black part in the toilet on the water, let it float, and I just said, okay, boom, it's going to land on there. And that's exactly what it did. Never have I ever thought about like rising on the toilet, sticking my hand underneath my ass and catching it.
See, that's because you don't have a squatty potty. If you had a squatty potty, it would give you the access to be able to put that easily underneath your ass, so you wouldn't even have to touch the toilet water. So what? You didn't clean that Tupperware container from the back of it? It's like now you talk about me, but you interacting way more with your poop than if you just would have pooped in the container, close the lid, and that's it. If you hover above, now your hand in the toilet bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, no.
My process is cleaner. Okay, my process is cleaner. All right.
Yo, you dirty little boy.
My process is the right process.
This is fact. If you would have discovered the cure for cancer, this origin story,
that would be wild. I don't feel like I had the academia for that, especially as a 6 or 7 year old kid to know. But hey, like I said, if the cure is discovered using any sort of, poop or like excrement of anything, I thought of that shit first. So and while I don't have a patent for it, I'm just saying it for the record. We found it here first.
So did you think about examining your vomit or like your boogers or like your earwax or eye?
Yeah, well, vomit, not enough about vomit. Boogers,
you went straight for shit. You skipped everything else.
Well, no, boogers. I'll tell you, this was going to be my preference for boogers. Like my nose was always runny as a kid. You know those kids, like little animes where they had the little kid with the little booger always coming out. Like that was pretty much my life. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I think very similarly, I never had like enough like tissues on me. You know what I'm saying? So I always had to grab like paper towels or napkins, and that shit like fucks up your nose. So what I used to do too as a little kid is just, like wipe with my hand. Oh no, I didn't do the snot rocket. I didn't do all that, but I wipe with my hand and then I would like wipe it on the nearest surface. So like, on a carpet or some shit. And it's funny because, I would try to hide it or whatever, but like my brother would always be the one to discover wherever those boogers would be lying. He would always be the one to find it. Even if I put it on the carpet or some shit like that. One time, this is a mini story, but one time,
see, little dirty, nasty.
One time, I blew my nose. I was in school, right? We were in like elementary school, and I blew my nose in my hand, and I didn't have a tissue like that, so I just like shook it out, right? I just shook it out, and it flew off, and it landed in this girl's hair, and I didn't say nothing. Cause what could I say? You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
No, but then she gonna be like, but what ended up happening is we were all in choir together, and like we were in rehearsal, and then like midway through the rehearsal, I think one of the girls behind was like, "Yo, there's something in your hair," and then she like went to the bathroom and took care of it. But yeah, that happened. I was very embarrassed, but what could I do? I can't be like, "Hey, I just blew a booger in your nose," or I just blew some boogies in the back of your head, like
nasty, bro. You putting slime in your left hand and you catching shits with it.
Listen, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I had a lot of allergies. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of allergies as a kid. So my nose was always running. Now I got my Claritin. All right, I got my Flonase generic. I got the shit I need so I could breathe. Like there would be times where y'all ever fall asleep and you can only breathe through one nostril. Hell on earth. Now I'm not gonna worry about that shit. All right, that's growth. Like I said, advancements in technology is why I'm here today. All right, and my quality of life has increased dramatically. Okay. All right.
You see, so mm, mm, mm. You started off coming at me. I guess it's to ease the pain of all the shit that you did. You coming at me
Listen,
for having
I've grown. See, I could acknowledge all parts of myself, the good, the bad, and the dookie. You know what I'm saying? I
Sir,
can't.
you just spoke to me about having a napkin here when you pulled out some ecstasy and some liquid cocaine. Like, come on, my man. And you're gonna come at me like that? And you
Listen,
have
you
it
got your
right
Puerto
there.
Rican flag. All right, I got my allergy medication. You know what I'm saying? I also got my Warby Parker lens spray for my glasses. All right, so like we all got different things here. All right, I could show different things. You know, I got an eyeglass cloth as well. Okay, I got office supplies stuff. Okay,
Sir.
yeah, and I got a PlayStation 5 controller. Let's go all day, baby. So
Sir. Look, wiping that nose again. Don't wipe your ass.
yo,
No.
I mean, listen, it's itchy. That's it. That's just itchy. That's all. But it ain't. As you can see, no boogers in there. It's nice and clean. Okay.
I think you got that camera on purpose because
So you can look up my nose and make sure I could just check.
make sure we
check
don't get you in action from doing a little catch scoop. Oh,
So you saying you never that's never happened. You never had poop on you in your hands
I ever caught it?
or poop in your hands? I know you had poop on your hands. There's no way you could go through life without having poop in your hands in some capacity.
Correct. And it's not on purpose.
That's it.
The difference.
Listen.
You
I
were
was
living a
I was a
house.
bold adventurer going where society did not tell me I could not go until I learned that I could not go there. But I had already adventured and saw that it wasn't worth going. You see what I'm saying?
This is I saw clearly what you were saying. You caught the shit in your hand, you put it in the sink, then you washed your hand and washed your ass. You never clean the sink. So there's so much shit that's
So
going
this is a funny thing about this. So
that-
this is something I learned. Is that like when you using piping that's not for a toilet, that poop stay there. Okay. Like that poop gets like stuck to the
yes.
Yeah, the sink.
Drain. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the drain. So I think like I definitely clogged some pipes, sink pipes, as opposed to the toilet. I've also clogged the toilet, you know what I'm saying? But sink pipes as well.
Once again, I'd take being the armpit over being the asshole any day.
I mean, you say that, but the poop goes away. Armpit, that thing stank. That stink stay.
Sure.
Okay.
It goes away until you find it.
Okay. I mean, unless you're looking for it. All right. You can always find it. I bet you in a couple hours you're gonna find it in your own bathroom. All right.
All right. So it's coming up on the time where we say goodbye to our guest because he's got some shit to take care of, and we have some shit to take care of once he leaves. Now, if anybody has any last minute questions, comments, concerns, advice, any people that you feel like he can reach out to, please submit that now. While
anyone know any people working on cancer cures? I got some news for them. I got some hot tips.
Right, because he's the cause of it. So, from the time that you came on this episode to the time that we say goodbye to you, in that middle part, how would you like people to remember you?
I think we should remember me as a brave adventurer, right? A brave adventurer that is able to push boundaries and see what so many people are afraid to see. And having that knowledge, be able to share that with you all so you don't have to do it. Or if you're curious, you know you will survive at the end of that journey. Maybe you'd be a little embarrassed. I'm not recommending you do it. I don't think there's really much you get out of that. But I know that now through firsthand experience. And all that to say is let this be a motivation for you to do that thing you were scared of doing, Do the thing you're afraid of. Follow them dreams, even if society is like, don't do that. Unless it's violence. I don't condone violence. If you have violent thoughts, maybe speak to somebody about that, like a licensed professional or anything that involves harm. But like something that's scary to you, that maybe you could grow from. That's what I say, go for it. Follow them dreams, because who knows? Maybe at the end of that poop, it's a cure for cancer.
Give him the rope.
You got any explosions? We need some explosion sound effects in there, because I know it just dropped some knowledge right here. So
I got that noise. You're not familiar with that noise. That's when shit hits the water. That's what that was.
Okay. Oh, I will say if like any bidet sponsorships like Tushy or any of those other places would like to sponsor me, I would be more than happy to take that.
Oh yes, that would be great. That would
Woof, it's not an ad, but it could be.
I have one thing to say about that. Oh my gosh. All right, sir. Listen. I did what I could do with you. I've taken what I could take. I've done it all. I've asked all the questions that I need to ask, and I don't know if there's help for you, but thank you for telling this, because there is some brave soul out there that maybe you were thinking about it and had the same exact thoughts, and now you don't have to worry, because here's the answer. It's not in there. Do not catch that shit.
I don't know if it's in there. I will say that for the record, we do not know. There is no jury out. There hasn't been any peer-reviewed empirical evidence. So I don't want to say that we don't know. But I will say our first round of testing as a 6 and 7-year-old came out inconclusive. All right. The only thing conclusive was anger from my mom. Okay. And her throwing up. That was the only evidence. And because I love my mother, I could not continue to investigate further. But if there is someone out there that would like to, I would say go for it.
And he also pushed somebody to the military. So
the Navy. Hey, and they have a very healthy career in the Navy. It looks like they're doing quite well for themselves.
Stop creeping on them. Stop creeping on them. Okay, listen. We're gonna cut this before I hear at your door. Okay. Now, I would like to thank you for coming on here. Reluctantly saying this and sharing that story. That
I put on a good show. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna remember this one. All right. So you're welcome.
I'm gonna show this to my daughter once she's old enough to tell her, don't you dare try doing this shit.
You don't know, she might have already done it.
Well, since the fact that she's not even 1 yet, I know she hasn't.
Oh, she definitely pooped herself. All right. She definitely pooped herself. I know she has.
So
yeah, she's 1 step away. All right. You leave her, she poop herself, you walk away. I bet you her hand's going to that poop.
Sometimes you just have to mute people for their own safety. So
you afraid of the truth. You afraid of the truth, AJ, and that's all good. All right, you afraid. You can silence me.
So before we say goodbye to you, are there any last words that you like to leave with the people? Maybe you want to promote something. I don't know about that, but
I mean, listen. You could definitely follow me on all the socials at JONTHEEREY. Unfortunately, this is the majority of any poop content that I have, but I do release other comedic musings of mine, whether it's improv and sketch, and the best way to follow me on all that stuff is that. Also, next week on Twitch, my group Surf Friday Night is Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. We play a tabletop role-playing game called Blades in the Dark. We're sponsored by I Need Diverse Games on the INDG. Yep, there it is, channel on Twitch. So if you want to follow that, we are in the last week of our campaign, and that's going to be a good time. We're just a bunch of buffoons trying to do a heist. And in that one, I do drink my piss. I do. My character does drink piss.
See, look, once again.
That was completely by accident. That
How do
you gotta watch the show. You gotta watch the show.
himself?
But it's a good show. It's a good time. It's a good time.
I don't know how he's unmuting himself. So thank you once again for coming on an episode of I Can't Make This Up and sharing that true story, sir. Much success to you in the future. Hope that you achieve all the goals that you are trying to reach.
Same to you. Thank you so much for having me. I hope
Take care.
this lives on, and I'm so honored.
So, sometimes you just gotta see. That's what he needed when he was younger. He just needed somebody to just snatch him up. That's what he did. He needed to get yoked up. Yonkers yoke. That's what he needed. A Yonkers yoke. Oh my gosh. All right, everybody. Finish him. And I had to. Yes. All right, everybody. Before we get into what we have learned today, you know we got to vote. Now, if you think this story is true, and I'm talking to you that's on YouTube, I'm talking to you that's on Twitch, I'm talking to you that's on Twitter, I'm talking to you that's on Instagram, ajdunk.com, I'm talking to you that's looking over a friend's shoulder, and I'm talking to you that's peeking through the window or one that's pooping. If you think this story is true, let me get in all caps. In all caps, if you think this story is true. Now, if you think this story is false, let me get a nah ho. All right? So if it's true, all caps, false, nah ho. So what we have learned today. Today I have learned that when I tell people that we are here and before the show starts, I want you to go get your sips, get your smokes, and take your shits. That there are some people that are catching it in their hand. And I just want to tell you, there is no cure in what you're doing. Let that go. All right? That is exactly what we have learned today. Now, we've got all caps in here. I can't imagine someone making that up. And we got a true spelled in all caps. And this is the comment that I enjoyed all show. Sir. So thanks again to everybody for watching another episode of I Can't Make This Up. Once again, my name is AJ Dunk, spelled all allegedly no cure. Look at this guy. Look, can't get rid of him. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, ajdunk.com for coming and tuning in to another episode of I Can't Make This Up. I appreciate it greatly. Again, my name is AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. Don't forget, laughter is always in style, and let them know, Ma.